This next one from yardbarker.com, and it's ranking the next 5-year windows for each of the NFL teams. So they say the best is the Chiefs, second best 49ers, third Eagles, fourth Ravens, sixth Bengals. They have the Browns 14th, so middle of the pack. Deshaun Watson's injury has set back Cleveland again, though their success with Joe Flacco shows the talented roster. The roster doesn't have much maneuverability due to Watson's contract, and the recent drafts have been mixed bags. The defense has plenty invested in excellent veterans like Miles Garrett, Denzel Ward, and Zadarius Smith. Let's welcome in Randy Gurzi from Dog Pound Daily. And Randy, I just don't see what they're thinking with this. Watson's contract has 2 more years after this, so it isn't even half of that 5-year window. And the Bengals, who they have ranked 6th, still have to pay Jamar Chase and T. Higgins, and they're probably going to lose one of those. So I get the whole narrative about Deshaun Watson's contract has limited maneuverability. Andrew Berry and the Browns have done anything they've wanted to do, in part because Jimmy Haslam is just writing checks.
Yeah, we've been hearing for the last couple of years now that the Browns are just, cap strapped, can't sign anybody, can't do anything, yet they continue to do whatever they feel like doing. They just signed Jerry Jeudy to more than $19 million per season. So I don't understand where, his contract is holding them back right now. And I agree with you. I don't understand how you go from the number 2 seed with your starting quarterback out to all of a sudden you're the 14th best team in the NFL with your starting quarterback on the roster. So I think it's what you said. It's the narrative. As long as Deshaun Watson's on the team, people are going to be trying to bring them down a little bit.
The other thing is, if you think about it, now Watson's contract isn't great, but the other ones, Ward, he's been injured, so maybe. Garrett, he's not even a top 5 at that position anymore, and he won Defensive Player of the Year. Mari Cooper, there isn't a contract where you're like, man, that was bad. There isn't one of those, really.
No, and even the Deshaun Watson contract, the issue that everybody has with it is the fact that it's fully guaranteed. It's not the average per year. The average per year is right on par with other quarterbacks. You're starting to see some that are trickling in and making more than he is. So the big issue that everybody has there is the full guaranteed. But guaranteed money, signing bonuses, all that is easier to maneuver when you have an owner like Jimmy Haslam who writes the big checks and is able to spread it out for multiple years.
Yeah, and the other thing, and I keep saying this, and I'll continue to say it, the reason they fully guaranteed the contract was that was going to be what made Deshaun Watson say, yep, I'm coming to Cleveland.
Yeah, and they act like the Browns were the only ones that were in this negotiation with him. There was, I believe it was 13 teams that were trying to trade for him, so they kind of had to get an edge up, and they gave him a fully guaranteed contract. The same thing the Minnesota Vikings did to get Kirk Cousins, and it wasn't a problem when they did it. So it's what the Browns had to do. It is what it is. I also don't understand why people are so upset about players getting fully guaranteed money. We're paying to watch the players. We're going to watch the players on the field. So I don't know why everyone's so worried about protecting the owner's pockets.
Yeah, and the flip side of it is the football contracts are the ones that aren't guaranteed, and those are the guys that take a beating week in and week out, more so than any others. Those are the guys that are putting their bodies on the line in every game.
Yeah, and we're supposed to feel like they're the ones who are being greedy when they want to get paid for that risk that they're taking. So, again, I think the issue is who got the guaranteed contract. But when you look at it, again, and compare it to other quarterbacks, he's not the first one to get it fully guaranteed, and his average per year is in line with everybody else.